What's the deal, Dre? Or what's the deal, Mel? Or should I say Melissa, man? I hope you're both doing well. This is Gamble, or should I say Surge? Just to show you that I love you, even though we get on each other's nerves. But that's family, right? Let's keep this family tight. I'm still writing day and night. Yeah, you know what I'm like. I'm still on the mic, but not on a hype. Starline, it's our time, man. Our future's looking bright, and it's looking like. This goes out to all my soldiers, all my real people out there for me through thick and thin, you know. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate for everything that you bring.
Gladesmore Community School is a mixed 11 to 18 comprehensive, situated in the heart of South Tottenham, North London. The school serves the communities of two boroughs, Haringey to the north and Hackney to the east. Both boroughs are described by many as socially and economically deprived.
It's looking like we done come far, cause everybody's seeing it now. I'ma be some star.
People looking into Tottenham from outside and to other deprived communities economically tend to suggest that the people within that community maybe are young thugs or villains. But we're saying to people, this is absolutely not the case. That our community is full of wonderful people that want to live in harmony and actually want to make our society much better.
There are over 1,200 students at Gladesmore, supported by a teaching staff of over 150.
I'm a smart person wearing a tie. Where's your tie?
Oh, my tie.
Head teacher Tony Hartney, CBE, has made a radical transformation of the school since he came to Gladesmore in 1999. At that time, only a minority of students were leaving school with 5 or more GCSEs at A to C grades. Today, Gladesmore is one of the most improved schools of its kind and has received national recognition from the government for its year-on-year GCSE and SATs improvement, which exceeds the national average.
Thanks very much. Good morning, Gladesmore. This week we had published commitment tables. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with the scores. The number of students achieving and exceeding their minimum target grades is by far the biggest number we've ever actually managed to achieve. Now I think that deserves a big clap for Year 9. It is Student of the Week time. Now today's challenge is going to be to 7 JIH. And the winner is Saeed. Come on down, Saeed.
But all this good work by schools like Gladesmore is being threatened by a violent epidemic.
Is he breathing?
Is he still breathing? Is he still breathing, Tony? He's still breathing.
He's definitely breathing, yeah?
He's still breathing, yeah.
There was the boy lying on the stairs, his head up the stairs, his legs down, and blood everywhere. There was so much blood. It was a terrible sight, terrible sight.
Lots of friends in this school and outside of school which have, like, their families have been affected by it.
Damilola Taylor, described as a typical 10-year-old, spirited and inquisitive in life, in death his name has become synonymous with an act of inner-city savagery.
My friend's brother, he was in the gang in this community, and they were having some rivals with another school I'm not sure of, and he was stabbed twice in the stomach and he bled to death. Some people say they carry guns and knives just to show. I don't think that's true. Because if they are carrying guns or knives, they are intending to use it.
You don't have to be actually harmed by a gun and knife, but you could be affected by it.
This is Grace. She is 13 years old and a Year 9 student. Grace believes school children live in an ever-increasing violent culture.
I was in a Year 7 class, and the teacher asked, so how many of you have played Vice City or Manhunt or something? And the majority of the class put up their hand when the game's like an 18. Then it's kind of causing them to want to go out and do it, to experience it, because they've seen it as a glamorised thing.
As you know, the Value Life campaign has been running for 3 years now, and I'm here to tell you more about this year's campaign.
Pupils of Gladesmore feel passionate about their community's well-being, and it was 9 Gladesmore students that initially started the Value Life campaign 3 years ago. For the past 2 years, the citizenship team at Gladesmore have organised a peace rally and taken to the streets of Tottenham to voice their disgust at what they see as a plague on today's communities. This year, Grace and other members of the school council have decided it's time for their generation to make a stand against knife and gun crime. They'll be using their citizenship studies to help plan and organise this year's march. Head of Citizenship at Gladesmore is Lee Carroll, who is responsible for the citizenship curriculum at the school. He believes that citizenship lessons are an important tool to empower the young people to become active citizens.
It dispels that myth surrounding young people that they're apathetic, they're lazy, they're not really bothered about, whether it be civic or political issues. They're very much care about these issues, and that comes across extremely clearly when I'm at the front of my classroom and we're doing our lessons.
What's the deal, Dre? What's the deal, Dre? Or what's the deal, Mel? What should I say, Melissa? Man, I hope you're both doing well.
5 years ago, when citizenship studies was introduced at Gladesmore, the teachers saw this as an ideal opportunity to address their pupils' fears of guns and knives. 3 years ago, they started their Value Life campaign, which ended with a march through the streets of Tottenham.
The first year of the campaign, 120 students came out, and we got a certain amount of press coverage in the local newspaper. But I think the feeling that it gave the students was a sense of empowerment, a sense of the fact that they can, take action and facilitate change.
After the success of the first march, Gladesmore decided to organise a second march.
The second march, we tried to, raise the bar somewhat. So this time we walked further, but this time we had over 500 students participating of their own free will.
Spurred on by the success of the previous 2 years, they are going to make this year's march an even bigger event.
We're going down a bit further this time, in a bit more high visible area, hotspot areas, to send a strong positive message to the community.
Juliet Coley has been a teacher at Gladesmore School for the last 9 years and was one of the teachers instrumental in organising the first Value Life March 2 years ago.
Citizenship's about life, and guns and knives are about real life. It's also about effective making change within their community, and this is what Value Life is all about.
Value Life was incorporated into the curriculum for the citizenship, so everybody, even if you didn't take part in the campaign, everyone in the school knew about it.
All right, at Think Tank, certain things were raised, and one of them was the campaign and how to move it up a level from where it was last year or the year before. And also
the young people are about to learn an important lesson on becoming an active citizen. They have been given charge of organising this year's march, and Juliet Coley wants them to have a hands-on approach. So she calls members of the team together to make sure this happens.
What we're trying to do this year is to try and involve other schools.
How's that going to work? How are you going to get all the secondary schools on board?
We were going to get all the schools on board to sign up to a petition, to take the petition down to
And how many signatures are you looking for in the petition?
I mean, we're looking for something in the region of maybe like 50,000.
But the kids need to be doing this. Like the kids have written the letters, the kids need to be making the phone calls, the kids need to be part of this whole process. And that's important.
We'll leave that there.
It's now time for Grace and other members of the school council to meet and start planning this year's march. Time for action, not words.
There's a toss-up between Wood Green and Bruce Castle.
Even though Bruce Castle seems like a really good location, is that near where we had the first rally in the Arc?
Oh, right. We had, the first rally was in the Peace Alliance Freedom Arc, which is in Bruce Grove. So you're right, it is quite close.
I think we should invite some schools along as well.
In many ways, getting onto the school council mimics real-life politics.
I got chosen, and then the next year as well, and this year. So originally it wasn't my choice, but more and more, as I do more and more stuff, I start to enjoy it, and I enjoy being in the school council.
I've seen how David Lammy works, and I like how he works in Parliament. So I want to be involved in stuff like that, like helping in the community.
The younger ones are just as enthusiastic or have as many ideas as the older ones. They all seem to gel quite nicely together.
We could actually go into the schools and teach them ourselves, and just bring a few students and actually tell them what we're doing, and just tell them about the history of it and how it started and stuff, because it's a bit impersonal.
I tell you what, that's actually a fantastic idea. Actually, of spreading kind of the anti-gun, anti-knife message. If students are teaching students, I think that has more resonance. See you next week, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Take care, guys. Remember to take your bits and bobs with you as you go. Cheers.
I like kind of getting things done, so I kind of enjoy that side of people. You go and you see what people want to be done, and then you try your best really to get it done, and I like that kind of side of it.
So Lucy Cope, I think we've got her address and contact number already. Miss Coley might have those. You can ring these ones. We've got those numbers.
And Choice FM, are we going to try and get radio coverage?
Yeah, you could call them. Call Martin J and say that he's getting something to him in the post.
Each of the school council was allocated certain responsibilities, and one person was in charge of the publicity in school. One person was in charge of getting people to design and create posters.
The pupils begin to get behind the campaign and design 300 posters for Shane, who is in charge of publicity, to choose from.
What's your purpose? What's the reason why you here? Why you here? What's the reason that you're breathing? Why you here?
Having made his choice, Shane puts his posters around the school, so even the most out-of-touch student can't miss the publicity for the march.
Why you here? What's the meaning when you're dreaming and believing that you're breathing for a reason, but the reason isn't clear? Everybody has ambitions, everybody has a mission that was given to them by the Lord, but they lack the vision and they lack the faith, because they feel there's too much competition. So instead of going after it, they sit down reminiscing, wishing they could be the ones that's making all the difference in this world, because they know they can't depend on politicians. Imagine you could be the one that's making the decision. Would you listen to the people or be a contradiction? Would you stay with tradition or go make a difference? Would you state your religion and say you're a Christian?
Come. What's that, Valley Live? Yeah. Right, what will happen is,
As the days go by, parental permission and petition forms are signed and returned.
And you're supposed to do it in lesson time, isn't it? Break time, lunchtime, before or after school?
Yes.
You're welcome. Bye, darling.
The numbers, I need the numbers to call them.
Do you know what you're going to say yet?
No. What time is the rally?
The rally starts at 12 or 12:30, I think. I think it was 12, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the march starts at 10.
Good afternoon, Children's Service, Deborah Volt speaking.
Hi, could I speak to Sharon Shoesmith, please? If she is able to come, then just if you get back to us and just let us know.
Right, now who am I getting back to?
With only 6 weeks to go to the march, the kids have to get down to work.
Email, we've got
Miss? Okay, we have this, we're gonna phone, what's his name again? Yeah. Yeah. And we go, hi, my name is Shane/Jennifer, whoever, pending who's talking.
Right. Let's have a conversation. Hello?
Hello, my name's Shane, and I'm calling to ask you if you could come to our march called Valley Life 3.
And ask me who I am. Who are you? I'm the cleaner. I just picked up the phone. You know what I mean? Yeah? Let's get relaxed. Let's get relaxed. You've got your brief. Don't be so stiff. Yeah, come on. Tell me why you've chosen me.
We've chosen you because we feel that you are a role model to our students, and our students respect you and they listen to you.
The march starts at 10 o'clock and it kicks off from our school, which is Gladesmore.
Hello Kwame, this is Shane from Gladesmore Community School, and I'm calling you to ask if you could attend our Value Life March 3.
And we're just going to walk all the way down to Wood Green to the Dominion Centre.
Hyphen. What is that? Okay, sure.
The school council manages to get 5 speakers for the day.
It has a theme of anti-gun and knife crime.
That's gone alright, really. There's a few people I have to get back to, and most people we phoned seemed really, enthusiastic about it. Not many people really said that, they can't really be able to come.
It's unique. This is the first time that young people have actually said, no, let's do something about what's actually taking place in our community.
While the kids are getting on with things, the teachers plan a surprise to ensure that all the kids are aware of the march by getting the loan of a famous statue.
It's a big statue of a knotted gun, which has been presented to the school for the work that we're doing against knife and gun violence.
It's going good. It's going really good. The kids are really excited. There's a lot of hype going on. The staff are on board. It's going good. It's going good.
The interest generated by the gun's arrival makes promoting the march a lot easier, and many more students sign up.
We're exceeding our targets actually, so we're quite proud about that. The kids are quite excited. They've taken some of the petitions home and they're doing them individually and getting their parents to help them, so the parents are getting involved.
Are our student organisers equally optimistic that they will hit their targets?
If we can get the community involved like we did last time, and we get some families of the students to come in, I think it'd be around about 700, 600.
Would you be happy with that?
Yeah, God, better than last time. I would be disappointed if it was less than last time. I'm hoping to achieve change, really, and I'm not sure how long it will take, but hopefully, gradually, as more and more people, start to hear about it and more people become involved, and it becomes not just like our Haringey. We're hoping once we try and deal with the problem in Haringey, then it will spread.
What's your purpose? What's the reason why you here? What's the reason that you're breathing? Why you here? What's the meaning when you're dreaming and believing that you're breathing for a reason, but the reason isn't clear? What's your purpose? What's the reason why you here? What's the reason that you're breathing? Why you here? What's the meaning when you're dreaming and believing that you're breathing for a reason, but the reason isn't clear? Everybody has ambitions, everybody has a mission that was given to them by the Lord, but they lack the vision and they lack the faith, cause they fear there's too much competition. So instead of going after it, they sit down reminiscing, wishing they could be the ones that's making all the difference in this world, cause they know they can't depend on politicians. Imagine you could be the one that's making the decision. Would you listen to the people or be a contradiction? Would you stay with tradition or go make a difference? Would you state your religion and say you're a Christian? Would you act like a saint or try to be something you ain't? Or would you represent yourself in every picture that you paint? Would you follow your beliefs or keep your faith and restraint? Or would you go on your knees and show the people you ain't afraid to show that Jesus is the Christ?